Peace and Black Power, family. Gonna take a little time. 3 of There's No Culture Without Agriculture. I'm gonna try and do it live because I'm out here by myself right now. I'm gonna tag a few people. And if y'all wanna learn a little something about growing tomatoes, you may wanna tune in. You may wanna tag somebody and tell them that Patrick Lumumba is out here talking about some agricultural development stuff. I'm proud of this stuff too, because I'm gonna tell you something. 4 years ago, I wasn't doing this. I wasn't even thinking about doing this. I'm gonna stop the tags right now. Y'all tag people so I can go ahead and do this because we're experiencing what you call a tropical depression in land. And so it seems like the feed is going in and out, but y'all try to stay with me for a minute. I'm not gonna be long with this at all. I just want to try and show the process of growing tomatoes. And I'm gonna put the camera on the bigger crop of tomatoes. We do have some out further in the field, but I'm gonna put the crop on the bigger crop that we have right here, and let y'all see what I'm talking about. Okay, now y'all may remember the last episode that I did. We were tying the tomatoes off. You tie the tomatoes when you first start. You tie them about 12 inches from the ground. And as the tomatoes grow, you have to come back and tie again. So I did start tying these ones right here, these first rows right here. Started tying those the last episode. But I started from the back here. Did my little experiment with the cinder blocks, create my own pots for each individual tomato plant. So we did start to tie the second tier of support for the tomatoes, and these are what you call Arkansas tomatoes. These are tomatoes for people who can't ingest or digest the acid that's in most tomatoes. But this is what I want to show. As these tomatoes grow, they'll develop foliage, basically stuff that you don't need on the plant, like right here. I'm just gonna show you. These leaves are basically dead. What you want to do, because this is your main shoot right here. This is your main shoot that's coming from your tomato plant. So everything else that's developing is gonna take away from the nutrition of that main shoot. So you want to take that away. You basically want to just take it away. And actually, with these offshoots, you can create other tomato plants. Okay, so you can put this in water and it'll actually root and create another tomato plant. This here as well. See, this is a whole nother tomato plant, but it's attached to the main shoot. And what will happen, it'll begin to take the nutrients from the main shoot plant that's already developing tomatoes, as you can see. And see, the reason why you take these away is because it's taking the nutrients. And once you develop the main shoot, start to produce tomatoes, then all your tomatoes will come from that main shoot and all the offshoots from the main shoot. So you see those, y'all see, if you can see, you see these buds. These are future tomatoes. So anything developing from down here, you want to take it away, okay, and make another plant off it. So I'm gonna come back and take this one off because we probably till up another row and make some more tomato plants later on. And then you want to take all this dead excess off here too. So I'm doing this live, so y'all may want to share it. It's not like a video, because I did the first 2 episodes with a video, and you can always go to that, but you may want to share this. I don't actually know which one is best, but I want to do this live. But that's what happened. So you see, this was the first row of support that we did, but we come back earlier and made a second row because it's going to continue to grow. So we made a second row of support with the twine string. And as you can see, that goes all the way down. All the way down. I can't read any questions or anything y'all see. But that's what happens with the tomato plant. And as you can see, the next plant right here is supported. It got a main shoot, but it got some that's coming off of it. There can be a whole nother plant that we want to take off there. See that? Okay. And like I said, we learning and we growing. You know, I would like to have George Washington Carver out here and you know, teaching me verbatim what he know. But see, this is why the instruction of our ancestors and our elders is so important. I remember very well when Professor James Small came to Coldwater, Mississippi, and he began to teach me about Mississippi and the ecology of Mississippi and understanding, you know, what we dealing with and how important what we were doing with the Black Liberation Movement was. That's why it's so important that y'all support us. We're not government supported. So whenever y'all to BLMMS, that's the cash app, that helps us continue to further this initiative that we're doing. But what I was saying, Professor Small told me, he said that, Patrick, he said, we are a wealth of knowledge. We're a wealth of information. And we have a problem with knowledge retention. And he told me something that I never forget, and I say it everywhere I go. He told me, he said, we have to forget what we learned and remember what we already know. He said, we have to forget what we learned and remember what we already know. And that made me understand that Black people have such a rich, valuable history, and the world is taking us so fast that we forget the value of ourselves and who we are, that the world has stolen from. The world been very parasitic to Black people. And we ourselves have forgotten. And we have to remember what we already know. We got to go back to this. And that's why I took off the business suits and different things, because I wanted to kind of slow my life down. And I wanted to make this whole thing work. So now we out here learning how to grow and develop food. We got active food programs that's taking place right now. We advertised our first Black to Health box yesterday. I want y'all to support that. We got a few dry goods, and we got the produce that we growing here. And we prepared for you, and the only thing you had to do is cook it. Prepared it for you. So anyway, I just wanted to show that, teach that lesson. If anybody have any questions, just post the questions on here. I can't kind of do a lot of things with those questions. Those are Arkansas tomatoes, by the way. They are tomatoes that originated in the Ozark Mountains. And for some reason, they are less acidic. But these are Roma tomatoes right here. These are Roma tomatoes. These are the tomatoes that we're going to take and make the Black Liberation tomato. Get off there. Get your tail off there. Yeah. But these are Roma tomatoes. We're going to take these tomatoes and make salsas and tomato, not tomato paste, different things from that. These are Roma tomatoes here. And right here, we have slice of tomatoes. These are the ones that you slice and, you know, you put on your burgers or whatever you want. Yeah, they green right now. A lot of people want green tomatoes for you too. Yeah. And see, this is why we have to put the second tier on these here, because they got to grow and they got to be supported, because the weight of the tomato, look at the bug on my tomato. Yeah. The weight of the tomatoes will cause the plant to lean over. So y'all can see, we go down through here, you see the tomatoes, they coming. So we'll have a large crop of tomatoes. And over here we got same thing, big beef tomatoes. They coming. They here. So that being said, y'all, just wanted to spend a little time, show y'all some of the things that we doing. I got to get busy, so I'm out here by myself right now, and the rain is coming down. But like I said, farmers work is never done, okay? So with that being said, we're going to end this episode. Thank y'all for tuning in. Peace and Black Power.